Hello. Today's video, I am going to go really quickly through 10 common mistakes that I see people making in when they're running their paid Facebook ads. So, thank you so much for being here. My name is Stacy Kovitz, and I'm a meta ads strategist. And my mission is to help businesses like you get get the best results from their ads for the least amount of ad spend. So that's always my goal. And I appreciate you being here. And let me just start right away with, and these aren't in any order. Okay, so mistake number one, you're still using the same ad strategies that you've been using since 2019, 2018. If you haven't updated your strategy or tried new things in 2024, then you're probably wasting your money because things change all the time, all the time. So make sure that you're updating your strategies and doing some testing. Number two, you are sending your ads out to everybody. So, for example, if you have a specific niche that you're in and you are sending if it's not a product or a service that could benefit the world, you need to target a little bit. That's the beauty of Facebook ads, right? Like you could target and really dial it in. Number three, your landing page doesn't convert. What do I mean? Your ad is working because it's people are clicking and they're watching it if it's a video and they're watching it, but no one's buying anything. So what's going on? It's easy to blame Facebook ads for that, right? But have a look at your landing page. Look at your landing page organically. How much does it convert? Is it converting? Are people actually buying organically from your landing page? Number four, you don't have a proven offer. What do I mean by proven offer? Proven offer means that you have a product or a service, which is why you're advertising on Facebook. And if you are spending money on ads and no one has ever bought your product or no one has ever even seen it or heard of it, and you haven't done any testing or market research or anything like that, then you're probably wasting your money because that is not the best way to prove or validate an offer. Do that organically, do that, have some focus groups, talk to your friends, but yeah, don't go right to ads to figure out if it's a good product or not. Unless your budget is huge, then yeah, have at it, right? Okay. Number five, you're using the wrong objective. So inside Ads Manager, you have six objectives to choose from. And I see this a lot. A lot of people will go with traffic or uh, engagement or something like that when they really want sales or leads. Figure out what your goal is, and then that's what your objective should be. So again, if you hit traffic, you might get low cost per your objective. So it looks like you're doing great. Like, oh, look at I got all these hits, or I got all these views. But are you getting any sales? All right, let's see. Number six, going right in for the sale. Are you are you targeting all cold audience? What do I mean by cold audience? Are you sending your ads out to people that don't know you, that have never heard of you, that, just a blanket send them out to everybody on Facebook? That can work, but when you're just starting out, it's going to be expensive. So it's really important that you start getting people, you want people to start to get to know you. So don't go for the sale right away, unless you're sending it out to your email list or something like that, people that are already familiar with you, your product, or your service. Okay, number seven, not using enough budget for your objective. So I had mentioned the traffic objective. That's probably the least expensive objective that you could use. So it'll be, you won't spend a lot of money. You won't have to spend a lot of money to get traffic necessarily. But if you're going for a sale or a conversion ad, a lead or a sale, you need to have enough budget to let Facebook do its magic and the algorithm to find your people that are willing to pay for your product. So it's a little bit more expensive to go for a sale. So you're going to waste money if you don't have enough ad budget. So let's say your product is $50 and you're spending, you saw somewhere online, I'm getting my leads for $2, or I spend $2 a day on my ads. And you say, oh, okay, well, that sounds good. I'm gonna do that. Well, you're not going to get a sale for $2 a day if your product is $50. You might get really lucky, but I'm pretty much telling you won't. So, okay. Number eight, and I already mentioned this kind of, you're only worried about cost per lead. So you also see this a lot online. I got my leads for $2. I got my leads for 50 cents. And people are going around, not bragging, but yeah, do my strategy. I'm getting 50-cent leads. Well, what does that mean, really? Do you have 50-cent leads that you're paying for, but nothing's happening? Are you building your email list? You have 10,000 people on your email list of 10,000 non-buyers. So don't just track your cost per lead, because sometimes if a lead costs you $25, but you gain a client or a customer that spends thousands, wouldn't you rather pay $25 for a lead than that on a client that's going to spend thousands of dollars than pay 50 cents for a lead and never have any people buying anything? Hmm. Okay, number nine, not tracking your data. There's a couple ways that you could not track your data. One is you don't even have, oh, this sounds like I'm shaming you. I'm not shaming you. You might not be aware that you need to have certain mechanisms set up in your ads manager to be able to gather and track all the data you're collecting. Because once you start going out there on Facebook, on Meta platforms, things are happening, and all of that data can be saved and looked at, and then you can take it and make changes and make really good decisions and know what's happening. So if you're not tracking what's happening, and by not tracking, I mean like not having your pixel installed, which I have another video that talks about why you have to have your pixel installed. But a lot of people are running ads and they don't have that. So when I go into their business to talk about, what kind of results did you get with your campaign that you ran? And they say, well, I don't know. I spent X amount of dollars and I didn't really get any sales. I don't really know what happened. Okay, you should know what happened. You should know what happened. You're spending your money. It's like you need to know what happened. It's the data that you can look at is worth, it's gold. It's telling a story. Okay, number 10, giving up too soon. Giving up too soon. So it used to be that when you started a campaign on Facebook, a paid campaign, you could maybe look at your results and see what's going on in 24 hours the next day and make decisions like, oh, I don't, this doesn't seem to be doing anything. I'm going to turn it off or I'm going to make a change. Well, things are different now and it's taking a lot longer because there's been a lot of updates, a lot of people backing out of being tracked and all of that stuff. So it's a little bit more difficult to optimize your ad. So Facebook's algorithm is, I mean, beyond brilliant genius. It's going to do a really, really good job of finding your people that are willing to spend the money to either sign up for your email list or buy your product, but it's going to need time. It's going to need time to know who your people are. And if you turn it off after 24 hours or 2 days because you're not happy with the results or it seems expensive, then you're not giving it a fair shot. And you're really doing yourself a disservice because now you spent, let's say you put your ad budget at $20 a day, and now you've spent $40 and you got no results and you turned it off. So now you just threw $40 in the trash. Whereas if maybe you let it run for a little bit longer, at least 3 to 5 days, and yes, it might cost $100, but you might see that things really start improving and Facebook got really smart and you get a bunch of sales. And worst case scenario, you don't get a bunch of sales, but like I'd mentioned in a few number seven, no, number six, I don't know. I don't know. You have all this data now that you have a story. You can look at it and say, I spent $100 and nothing happened. Let's have a look. Why didn't anything happen? What happened here? Did people like my ad, but it was my product wasn't they didn't like the product? Was my copy not speaking to the right people? There's a lot of things you can look at. So you might have spent $100, but think of that as you paid to be able to make great improvements and get great data. So those are the 10. I have lots of resources for you. Don't forget to subscribe if you found this interesting, if you're interested in paid marketing. Again, my name is Stacy Kovitz. Hit subscribe and I have resources for you and other videos. So I will see you on the next one. Leave me a comment too. I'd love that.